We are now Parshat Toldot, Rosh Chodesh Kislev, new month, the third month. The third month of the year. We are also remembering today the Jewish anniversary day of the 26/11 attack. It's also the time, and also is a time we remember, all of us, all this community in Bombay, remember what happened in this day, that Hashem did a big shock in this city and took our rabbi of the city. And his wife. And in Kiddush Hashem, which means they died because they are Jews. And because they have been a place of Jewish and Torah. And we need to know what we take from it for this day. And as the Rebbe teaches us, we need to live with the time, what it means. The Jewish life is built around the circle of the year. The circle of the year, there are holidays, festivals, which are in each month there is something, besides Chodesh Cheshvan, which is also kept for something that will happen in the future. Said the Chodesh will be there. How you say Chanukah Bayit in English? Opening of the Beit HaMikdash. Yes. That's why this month kept empty. But every other month should be. But every other month have a different special light that Hashem give to this month, and every week is a special light that Hashem give to that week, and every day have a special light that Hashem give to this day. And how we can live with that, how we will know what we're supposed to take from it, we're reading through the Torah. Parashat Shavua, every week there is a special story that we discuss, and we take something that will come to our mind and affect our emotion and affect our actions. Because as we know, everything that we learn, do, or say gives some remark on ourselves, some remark on the soul. In the words of psychology, it's giving remark on your subconscious. This means the Jewish identity is very much affected by our tradition, our Torah and mitzvot. That whenever we read the story of the Torah, it reminds us things which are hidden very much inside us. Hence, the Torah called Torah, which means in Hebrew, Torah. That Hashem is giving a way to learn, to understand something, to comprehend something. And this parasha is Parashat Toldot. Toldot. This parasha is Parashat Toldot. And in Parashat Toldot, the name of the parasha, it's also supposed to give us a lot of meaning about what is the core point of this parasha. Like in Parashat Bereshit, it's called Bereshit, which means the beginning. In the story, the parasha in general speak about the creation and how it starts. Not only the first word is the same. It's the words which chosen to become the word of the parasha. For example, in this parasha, the word which chosen was the third parasha. Ele, the second word. Ele Toldot. Another parasha the Rebbe emphasized. There is another parasha started with these two words, which is Parshat Noach. Ve'ele Toldot Noach. But still, the name of the parasha, what in that parasha called, choose to become, to call Noach, and this one was choosing as Toldot. Actually, if we talk about rational order, it was, and we will say that, okay, you cannot say Ele, because Ele means this, and this is very generic word. So if we could say that it's only coming for the first word that coming from the Torah, for the parasha, then why Toldot is in the fourth parasha? It was supposed to call the Parashat Noach, Parashat Toldot, and now we said Ele Toldot Yitzchak. So this parasha was supposed to call Yitzchak.
Yeah, correct.
The parasha was supposed to call Yitzchak, but the Rebbe emphasized it was chosen. Rabbi Yosef Chaim. But your neshama understand. תפתח לדלת לאורחים.
What is the meaning of Toldot?
I will come to that. So Toldot means our Toldot mean children's. Children's. What Toldot mean leholid, to give birth. When I said, shh, come, there is a class, come. So, not yet. So Toldot, when I said I want to give birth, I want to ללדת, אני הולך ללדת. I'm going to give birth. לידה. How you say לידה to give life? That when, how you say it in English? Birth. Birth. So Toldot means children that coming. This is, there are also that you can say in Hebrew there is a similar word which called Yeladim. It's coming from the same root. Yeled. Yeled and Tolad. So it's in Hebrew there are some verbals. In this way you can say it. So the Toldot is actually the multiply. It's a multiply. But it's in effect to children. That the parasha start. Ele Toldot. This is the children. What of Yitzchak ben Avraham. Avraham olid Yitzchak. This is the children of Yitzchak ben Avraham. And Avraham olid et Yitzchak. Avraham would give birth to Yitzchak. And Yitzchak was having, then we're talking about the two kids which Yitzchak had. When we spoke about Avraham last parasha, and we say that from Avraham also came two kids, two children. One holy and one unholy. And the one holy is Yitzchak. And the unholy is Ishmael. That he was, but now we see from the same mother two children. Two children. We have Yitzchak and Esau. And we have Yaakov and Esau. And Yaakov and Esau was also the opposite.
Yes.
Totally opposite.
Same mother.
Same.
All the time
However, then we have the third father. The third father, who is he? Yaakov. Yaakov had 12 kids, but all of them holy.
Yes.
Okay. Now see what is the meaning of Yitzchak, what is the meaning of Abraham, what is the meaning of Yaakov, and what Hashem gave us to see, and what is it for us to take, and to try to understand the inner side of the story in order that we will take something in effect to our work on this earth. So Abraham, as it's explained, he was called the man of kindness. But he was not just man of kindness without reason. He was not giving just to everyone free. He was giving it for purpose to publish that there is God and he giving for everyone, and we need to thank God and not believe in lies. Correct? Don't believe in idols. Don't believe in things which are just a man-made. Go directly with God. And this is a real kindness when you're giving someone the opportunity not just to eat, and also to give him to understand that he can do it by himself, connected by God, and to be able to be close to God. This was a real kindness. And Abraham was in a way of life that he was giving actually this kind of kindness, this kind of knowledge, not just the food, but also the divine knowledge of God. He was giving it to everyone, just in order that they will know that there is God. And they will be able to connect with him, and he will provide whatever you can request, he will provide. This is Avraham Avinu. But from that also, from this kind of kindness, there is something which then, if you, for example, say that everyone deserves, so then you will not be able to create a proper world. Because when someone will receive the influence from God also unaccountably, without any account, then it has a very, very hard situation that it will be used for good things. Correct? It will be hard that it will be used for good things. It will be used. מה? לא יודע. That it will be used for better things. And if it will be without, for example, if we give someone responsible for limitation, that we are putting him in a situation that he will probably use it not one way, not proper way. Hence, there is another. You have to keep the God create another things to balance it, which is the attribute of civility, which was Yitzchak. What Yitzchak was. Yitzchak, his work, he first of all nullified himself. He was ready to become an altar, to sit on the altar, and even to be
his father.
Exactly opposite of his father. He to everything. I am nobody of the nobodies, and hence I not even deserve life. If God needs me, I'm there. And hence it's affected on the way that after he was deep with what it means to dig well. You are digging well. What are actually? You remove and put. This symbolize the avodat a person is looking on himself to dig the
Rabbi.
This wisdom, he can understand godliness in a different manner. Well, he understands that he's nothing, and if God decided that he's supposed to have life, hence his life is something divine. He can be in a bigger place. This is what Yitzchak. but also the work of Yitzchak, it's very strong, which means justice. Always to give yourself a bad feeling and to tell yourself I am wrong. It can take the person and make him bad and not to do work with himself. He feel I am so much nothing. What's the point I wake up in the morning to do something with myself? If it's reaching to the end point, the Yetzer Hara can tell, also sometimes coming in a sad story. You said to yourself, who are you? No, who are you to serve God? Yetzer Hara also coming like something like tzaddik and trying to make you sad. This is the work of Yitzchak. Yaakov was balancing both of them. From Yitzchak had two kids. One is Yaakov, which was a result of his work and the work of Abraham, which means he was taking the line of Yaakov, take line of Yitzchak. That's why the Torah emphasized Abraham הוליד Yitzchak, Yitzchak הוליד את אברהם, אברהם הוליד את יצחק. Why it's not clear? Okay, let me see.
But then what about that portion not covered? Then no.
That's why Abraham
Yes. That. No, he said 2 weeks at least you have to take care. Take care. Because toilet also have that this. Get spring to have at home, the toilet. नाही पण त्याला पण लावतात ना
एडना कोण आहे ते एडना प्लीज तुमचा मायक्रोफोन बंद करा ना, आम्हाला ऐकायला येत नाहीये शिवर.
Yeah.
What to do? They coming back.
They're coming back.
Yeah. So we explained before that the Rebbe wants to bring the picture. That's why we believe that maybe I was need to change position.
Yes.
Anyhow, so the Toldot of Yitzchak and Toldot, which mean the kids of Yitzchak, it's Yaakov and Esav. And here there is a big secret that the Rebbe tells us in this parasha. We understand that the entire work of the fathers is to give us an order. Give us.
Who was the elder? Yaakov or Esau? Esau.
No, Esav came first. And Yaakov
Was holding his leg.
is holding his leg, and then one become the first by he bought it from him.
Yeah.
Cheated, that means he cheated Esau.
No, he didn't cheat it. He gave him food, saying that give me a right.
He cheated.
No, he didn't cheat. He gave the food to. He served him food and saying, "Give me the first right."
Cheated.
Now
That's what I think.
now we'll talk.
That's what I know. Because I read in the Bible, full Bible I have read. Twice I read.
We'll come to know now. We'll come to know.
Even the Torah called said Yaakveni bet פעמיים. the word Yaakov means that he was tricked. He
Yes.
tricked me. That's when his name, what you say is correct. He tricked him. But we learn.
He took his blessing, no.
But we will learn now
Yes.
what it means, what it is, what is the inside of the story. Because the story of the Toldot, when Yaakov and Esav are doing their tricks, what's going on, what the Torah, Torah Chaim, give us the laws of life, what the Torah wants to tell us about the trick of Yaakov and Esav. The Torah chooses to tell us this story, no? Which means this story is important in the eye of the Torah.
It doesn't come like this.
Huh?
It doesn't come like this.
No, the Torah came to us, emphasize the
Yes,
story.
yeah.
Emphasize the story of Yaakov and Esav. And we spoke before that there is a few ways to look on our existence of, and Hashem gave the line of kindness that He giving life to everyone. And there is, and He giving knowledge to everyone, which is the life of Abraham. And there is Yitzchak, which was more in severity, that everything is per account. Everyone get what he's supposed to get. Two lines that's supposed to be contradicting. Now, there is also one line which balances them, which is the line of Yaakov. Okay, that it's called the mercy, the beauty, and the beauty also for a king. Like, for example, in a king, the king is ruling. He have to rule, but he can also give mercy after he rule, which means there is a judgment. But the president can give you, how you call it, immunization, how it's called, the chanina. That the
Order.
no, there is the president of the country always can give some mercy to grant it to a release. To relieve. How it's called this word in English? You are a lawyer, no?
Mercy petition.
Mercy petition. Huh? Mercy petition.
Petition, yeah.
So, but there is an authority to give mercy. It means there is a judgment, and there is also mercy, which is a balance. And this is the way of Hashem in the world. He gives us the real, what we're supposed to get, but He's also giving mercy. The neshama of every Jew, every neshama is piece of God. The neshama can understand things in the way the godly things look. The neshama from itself, it's a part of God above. There is no doubt that this is a piece of God, and there is no any bad thing connected to the neshama. However, where the problem starts? When the neshama joins to the body. Yes, when the neshama joins to the body. Then the body have a different request. The neshama wants to do that, the body wants to do that. Yitzchak in the beginning wanted to give the blessing to Esav.
Yes, sir.
Esav represent in your eyes the body or the neshama? I have a question to you. No, but why the Torah? Yaakov, but why the Torah wanted? Why the Torah requested that? Why the Torah said that Yitzchak loved Esav? For the reason that he was a field man, which means we're talking here about the animalistic soul. It represents the animalistic powers which every one of us. Esav was a wild man. He was a hunter. He was go-getter. He know how to deal with this world. He knew how to sneak, how to cheat, how to do a lot of things. Esav was big guy. He'd say he was going with the 400 gangsters against him, around him. And he knew the world. Whether and he was not such a good boy. And we know what he did. he said he was melastem et habriot, he was using his power, his severity power, the thwart power he was using very badly. But still, Yitzchak wanted to bless him. Why? Yitzchak understood that if he will use his powers, his animalistic powers, his hunter powers, like all what is related to Esav, the bodily power, which every one of us have, the bodily powers will be used for serving God. This is the perfect request why Hashem created the world. Well, otherwise, why Hashem will took neshama, which is total pure, and put it to the body, which is total impure. What our body do? Eat, drink, and go to toilet. What does our body do? What is good at? But in the end, he took neshama, which is part of God above, and joined it to a body. But then the question is, if you give so much power to the powers of this bodily power, you unlimited, let's say the man was unlimited power. No one could tell him what to do. What he was doing all the day was getting even vicious, more and more and more and more and more. And this is what, מה קרה עכשיו? פה, עכשיו ירדו מלא, כי זה התנתק, היה זה בעיה. לא, עכשיו זה בסדר.
זה בסדר, נראה לי, לא... אוקיי.
עכשיו זה בסדר. So, if the bodily power, let's say, every one of us was born with unlimited things and nothing that to balance him. He was getting health without limited, money without limited, power without limited. What he wanted, he would probably want more and more and more, and would never be in something that would limit him to use his energy towards the good things. This was actually something that was represented by Esau. He was a very strong person. He was Admoni. He was redhead, which means he was a lot of energies. He was ready to, he was not having any fear of war or something like that. Yaakov have no interest in this world. He was sitting in this tent all the day. He was just thinking.
He was there as a shepherd, no?
Shepherd, but what was the shepherd people? Why the fathers wanted to become a shepherd? Why the fathers was becoming a shepherd? Because a shepherd is a work in that time was for people who wants to be spiritual. They are going, they let the flock go eat, look at God, speak to him, sing. David HaMelech was going to the field with the violin, and sitting and singing to God and let the flock eat. So if he wants to become a spiritual person, he do that like that. And he was sitting in the tent, which means he was no interest in what's going on out. He wanted to think about God, sing, write. We know that our fathers was a big knowledge, was the most Torah scholars. So we know that Avraham Avinu already wrote the book Sefer Yetzirah, the creation. He was writing exactly how Hashem created the world in Kabbalic things that people until today was trying to understand this book or what he wrote. So obviously they were busy with also with Torah. Also, it's explained that this is one of the reasons the Torah, it said that Alpaim Shana Tohu, 2,000 years. Tohu, 2,000 years Torah and 2,000 years days towards Mashiach, which means we can see it. 2,000 years, the first 1,000 years until the flood, another 1,000 years until, about almost 1,000 years until Avraham Avinu was born. Then the time, another 2,000 years Torah. From Avraham Avinu, the Torah started to be written, which means the way of life of the Jewish nation was starting to become documented. They started to talk about events which happened, and the Torah was written until time of Matan Torah and the desert, and it's continued with the Nevi'im until destruction of the first temple, which is the 2,000 years of Torah, from Avraham Avinu until, which was the Torah, Nevi'im, Ketuvim, all the Bible was written. Then 2,000 years, Yimot Mashiach, which means the day towards Mashiach. 2,000 years, which we are since that, taking the Torah, we've gone out to the field, to the darkness, in order to prepare a new reality which will come for Mashiach, which is coming for the towards in coming days. And new reality will work based on all the Torah and based on all our collective memory that our nation collect for the last few thousand years. Based on that, we're going to also to give birth to a new existent, new way of thinking, which will come when Mashiach comes. But come back to the topic. Yitzchak, we said, was in severity. So he had two kids. One, the complete severity. Like what is parallel to the body. The body itself have no connection to divinity. You see a non-Jew out, he talked to him. We know that we cannot explain him what we believe. We can explain only in the outside, on the surface, that we believe in one God, but to believe that there is a core connection. היא לא פה, ושריב כתיב בשקט כמה דקות, היא תבוא עוד מעט. But there is understand, there is a core connection that we pray and we changing things with our prayers, and that God had chosen us in order to... בואי. היא עוד מעט תבוא. ויש לי שיעור כרגע, עוד כמה דקות. יופי, תעמדי לידי ואת תבכי. So, in order... what is it? In order to bring down the Jewish knowledge, the divine knowledge, this is something which is our neshama came to do. But again, the neshama, like Yaakov Avinu, the voice of neshama, very silent. So it's always contradicted. That's what it says, ויתרוצצו הבנים בקרבה. They were fighting in the the יצר הטוב, fight with the יצר הרע, Esav want to say, no, I want to get my things. Yaakov tell him, try to see what God wants from you. Try to be kind, try to be good. Don't get angry. Don't get whatever, everyone in his test. And hence, they were in total contradiction. The Rebbe explained that the final resolve is that when Esav and Yaakov hug on each other, and Esav actually tells him to Yaakov, he acknowledged that the neshama is supposed to lead. Moreover that, in that time, the power of the body will reveal. We are right now in the time of the exile. In the exile, we don't understand the neshama. We understand the body. Right now, our body needs something. Because of the neshama needs us to do things, we are getting life from it. Through the neshama, we can see that once the neshama leaves the body, there is no life to the body. Which means, really, what feeds the body in life force is the neshama, is the soul. In the world to come, when Mashiach comes, it will be the opposite. What will give life to the neshama is the body. what it means. Then will be revealed how the neshama needs the body in order to be united with God. Why? Only when you are feeling in body, in a separated body, then you are in situation which you can choose between something. But because if everything was clear to you, you could not choose. You could not invent. You cannot do anything. If you sit in front of the biggest lawyer and you are a junior lawyer, you will open your mouth. No, only when you come out a little bit and you go to the field, you're able to find, to express yourself, to explain what you are, what you can do. The same thing with the body. Only when we are feeling the darkness of divinity, which means we don't understand God and comprehend God, then we can actually express ourselves. And the world to come, it will be revealed how. Because every time that we will do mitzvah, and something positive with our body, we will feel that we will feed it with the power of our essence. And hence, we are going to be in a different level. This is the time when the story of Yitzchak tells us that they hug one each other. Yaakov, in the beginning, Yaakov took his leg. He said, the neshama will never leave the body. It's true. Esav was the first, which means the main control in this world on our ambitions is our natural ambitions, which we're born with, which is a body and the body way of life, what we used to. This is what will control us. But the neshama did a contract with Yaakov, did a contract with Esav. He was sometimes the neshama yearn for divinity, and she said, "I'm thirsty. I am going to die." We are dying sometimes from dryness that we doesn't understand why we are alive. Then he said to Yaakov, "Give me life, give me food." What is the food? Give him Adashim, simple understanding that everything is God. He gave him some understanding that he's part of God above. It gave life to Esav. But he told him, if you want life for me, you have to do what I'm saying. This is what Yaakov told him. I will be the first. The neshama. This is a Jewish life. Jewish life. Yes, in one side, we're born like in a regular body like the other nations. But no, Hashem chooses this body for us. He chooses this body for us, especially for the neshama that we have in us. Because we, through the neshama, can elevate the body. And there are situations, even that the body pleasures can feed you, can give you some enjoyment, it will not be enough if you will not feel inner way that you did something satisfying with your life and you have been useful and meaningful to the world. And this is when the neshama tells you, I will feed you, do something meaningful. And then when you're doing something meaningful, the neshama is actually control you. Then Yaakov tricked you. You understand? Yaakov tricked you. To do now the Esav will become working for Yaakov. And that's what is the Yitzchak when after that Yaakov Avinu enter. And Yaakov and Yitzchak was suspicious because Yitzchak really wanted that Esav will be elevated for divinity. Same purpose. But Rivka understood, say, it's not possible. It has to go through the neshama, which means it has to go through the neshama that it will come. First of all, the person has to fix his character traits. and he has to work on himself. And then you can give him all the powers, that the body will become like in the time of war to come, that the body will be, the people will be reached to situation which we will live for many years. And we can see that our Hashem gave this knowledge already in the world to extend our life. We can see that, which means the real reality in the world that the man is actually, the first man lived 1,000 years, which means God created in the beginning man like his face, which means unlimited, without death. But it was necessary to limit it in order that first of all, he will be able to control the body and then give him all these powers of divine power which the man supposed to have in the beginning. Same thing with Yaakov and Esau. Once a person succeeds to fix his character traits, then a new spirit explained in the Torah, in the Zohar, and in many places, new spirit revealed in him. Wisdom of God, which means he started to understand things which is hidden, like Moshe Rabbeinu, like the Rebbe that was able to say something and Hashem was doing it because the Spirit of God was talking to him. Why? Already his body was not disturbing. He was non-issue by himself. There is no, the person already reached a situation which he himself have no wish, only the wish of God. Once you reach into this situation, then you're supposed to get the key. God wants you to get the key, and the man was the one who was choose the names for the animals, which means the divine wisdom was revealed with him. Whatever the Torah said, Kol asher yikra lo Adam bishmo, hu shmo. This is the name of the person. I don't know exactly the pasuk, but whatever the Torah said, that any name that the man gave to any animal, this is the name. Which means he was creating reality. Now, to reach to this situation, which men reach to the highest level, first of all, he has to be able to control his attributes. And God purposely put with him attributes, which is animalistic characters, which means we have our own wish to feed ourselves or to take care about ourselves, because it's a very powerful thing. When we know that the power of survival is the biggest power of person. God gets the ability to want to be. It's our biggest power that we have, that we want to be. If person doesn't want to be, he will not do anything with life. To summarize, Yitzhak born 2 kids, one Yaakov, one Esau. Yaakov was representing the soul that actually doesn't interested in God in this world, only interested in the beauty, in the kindness, in the goodness that available here, but not in the day-to-day life. Esau is the animal soul, wants to achieve, wants to have, wants to consume, wants to do more. This power is very strong. It's supposed to be power that belong and doing what the Neshama wants. Hence Yaakov, in the beginning, he's a secondary. He's not so powerful like the first one, but he catched his leg. There are some points which our body doesn't do. And once this has happened, actually now, who is the first? The Neshama. Because the meaning is giving us a power. Then, Yitzhak Avinu was also even in the beginning, he was thinking to give power only to the body because he wanted to elevate it, but he understood it has to come through the neshama. Hence, he agreed that the power will go through Yaakov. Yaakov is a small nation which will bring the knowledge slowly to the world, and will be Am Israel, which represent the divine knowledge, the divine kindness. They represent the neshama. We said that also Am Israel and Torah was created before the world. We don't know what created the world, what it means. The Rebbe explained in this parasha that that Torah is why Hashem created. Hashem wants to execute this kind of way of life. And Am Israel is whom having the capacity to do that. To bring this Jewish knowledge, to bring down to with the neshama win the body. This is the power of Am Israel. And now when we enter into Chodesh Kislev, which is a time of, we are in this month, we are marking few dates, Hasidic dates, and the dates of Hanukkah, which in Hanukkah we are giving light to the candles. What is the candle? The candle Ner Hashem Nishmat Adam. The candle, the neshama, is also, the Chachamim gave a parable to the neshama like a candle. And the body, there is a body, which is the oil with the wax of the oil, and there is the wick, and there is a flame. The flame, in the end of the day, feed from the oil, correct, to the wick.
Yes.
So the wick is the body. The oil is the Torah, the mitzvot. This is what feed the body, which create fuel. The bigger flame, it will be shine out much more. We saw today we are again remarking the day of Aleph Kislev. This fuel. We know that also the Rebbe in Tafshin, I'm not sure about the year, I think 88 or 82, I'm not sure, was getting a heart attack in Simchat Torah. And for a few months, everyone was thinking, that's it. It was 70. No, everyone was thinking that that's it. In the Aleph, from 5 weeks after, he came out for the Hasidim, and it was from a situation of almost death, and he come back to the Hasidim. So we are remembering it very strongly. In this day, already now, how many years back? 15 years? To 2611, how many years already?
Well, again, around 12, 13 years. 13 years.
No, 15. 2008.
8, yeah, 10.
15 years.
15 years, exactly 15 years.
15 years. Today, Aleph Kislev was 2611. It was Aleph Kislev. Actually, it was 2 days before, but in Aleph Kislev, we came to know that they died in it was Rosh Chodesh Kislev, first month of Kislev. And this is a day which we see a big flame. These two people that Rav Gavriel Noah Holzberg and Rivka Holzberg were a big flame in this city. There's such a flame that every one of us still having a big remark from them. And we can see what a man who devoted can change. As a result of their death, today Bombay is much more Jewish. They sacrifice themselves in order that will be here Jewish life, and you see much more families can be, much more Judaism, much more progress. Yes, we always go more, and we will decide ourselves, we will receive upon ourselves to take more and more and more and more, and the Bezat Hashem, everything is by steps. But we can see how flame of one soul, one Jewish person, who reached himself to devotion, they will not care about themselves anymore. it's true that we need to learn also how to protect and everything, but what we see from this kind of thing, that the person, the Jewish man, is really, with his neshama, can bring a huge light to the world. Huge light to the world. Sometimes this way, sometimes in that way, but B'ezrat Hashem, from now we will see only light of spiritual, or in life, in body, like the time of Mashiach, that said that the neshamot will return to the body. No joke. This will happen. B'ezrat Hashem, B'mehera b'yameinu, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you everyone for.
Thanks a lot for you.
Yes, now we will do the Idvadut. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm sorry for the disconnection in the middle. So what was it?